Order of operations is also known as PEMDAS. Okay, you may know another acronym, but the one we will be using is PEMDAS. So we want to define each of these terms as we go along. So P stands for parentheses. Yes. Okay. So for our problem on this side, we have 3 squared minus 8 divided by 2 plus 10 times 3. So we are going to want to solve what's in the parentheses first. So 10 times 3 gives us our answer of 30. Okay, once we have solved for parentheses, our next step is going to be exponents. E-X-P-O-N-E-N-T-S, exponents. So the way you identify the exponents is this little number attached to the big number. Remember, this is called the base, and then this number right here is called the exponent. So 3 to the second power can also be written as 3 times 3. Remember, it is the base number 2 times, so 3 times 3, giving us a 9. So once we are done, there's no more exponents. We are going to either multiply or divide. Now, the reason it's not multiply and divide is because it does not matter which one comes first. You are going to start from the left and go to the right, just like how you read. So start at the left, go to the right. So if I start at the left and go to the right, there's the divide sign. So I'm going to divide. Be careful now. It's not just 8, it is negative 8. Okay, take the sign in front. Negative 8 divided by 2. Okay, negative 8 divided by 2 gives me negative 4. Be careful, make sure you change the sign in front. Okay, once you are done with multiplying and dividing, we will be moving on to addition or subtraction. We are not saying plus and minus. We are using our academic vocab words of addition or subtraction. So we have 9 minus 4 because we move from left to right. So 9 minus 4 gives us a total of 5. And then finally, our same step is 5 plus 30, which gives us our answer of 35. So those are going to be the steps that you use every single time you solve a problem. The reason we have order of operations is for, well, order. It makes it so that everyone can communicate and do math the same way so that everyone is able to compare answers. If we were able to do it in whatever order possible, then we could get, 12, 15, 100 different answers for just one problem. Okay? So we're creating order so everyone can communicate efficiently. Okay, think of it as math language. So we're going to start on this problem right here. I want to save up here. Okay, so right here, this problem, we're going to start with parentheses because we start at P for PEMDAS. There are no parentheses, so go ahead and move to exponents. We look for exponents. There are no exponents. Next, we will do multiplication or division. So we look, there's a multiplication sign, and there is a division sign. So we have to think, okay, which one do we start with? Do I want to start with multiply or divide? Well, you don't really have a choice. You have to start from left to right. So the multiplication comes first. So positive 7 times 6 gives us positive 42. Okay, now we can do that division sign because we're still on multiplication and division. So we'll do positive 42 divided by 3, giving us 14. Once we are done with multiplication and division, yes, it seems so easy, it's just the last step, but your last step is going to be addition or subtraction. So in this case, it is addition, giving us our answer of 17. Okay, our next problem. This one may look a little frightening because of a fraction, but do not be frightened. You're still going to solve using the same steps as before. So first we look for parentheses in this problem. We see parentheses, it's on top of the fraction called the numerator, and we are going to simplify so we get 24 over 3. Now remember the little division sign right here, or that little sign for the fraction is your division sign. So this is really just a fancy way of saying 24 divided by 3. And the number that went missing is positive 2. Okay, so we didn't do anything to that 2 or the negative 6 because we were just solving in the parentheses. You leave everything else alone except for the one little spot that you were working on. That's why we ask you to show your steps so that we see exactly what's happening each step. And, which is a little dangerous because you don't want to forget something little like the 2 or the negative, because that happens a lot. Okay, so once we are done with parentheses, we look for exponents. I do not see any exponents, so we move on to multiplication or division. Just like before, we start from the left, move to the right, and the fraction. The fraction is 24 divided by 3, giving us 8. So last step is addition or subtraction. So with addition or subtraction, move from the left to the right. So we have negative 6 plus 2, giving us negative 4 plus 8 now. And then finally, our last step is negative 4 plus 8, giving us our answer of 4. One more problem. Okay, right here, they're getting longer. Did you notice that? So we went from easy to the hard one. Okay, so starting here, we always start off with parentheses. So simplify what is inside the parentheses. So 9 minus 6 gives us our answer of 3. Okay, there are no more parentheses, so therefore I move to exponents. So moving on to exponents, I see an exponent right here. That is 2 to the third power, meaning it is 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, you have 3 of those 2's being multiplied together, giving us our answer of 8. Now remember, when we do one portion, everything else just drops down. So the number that didn't drop down with the question marks is our 9. We didn't do anything to the 9, just make sure that you rewrite it exactly as you saw it in the step previous. Okay, we are done with exponents. So there's no more exponents here, so we're going to move on to multiplication and division. So with multiplication and division, I start on the left and move to the right. I see we have a multiplication sign and we have a division sign. Start with whichever one you come across first, moving from left to right. So in this case, it is the negative 8 times 9. So negative 8 times 9 gives us our answer of negative 72. Well, once you have that simplified, you need to drop everything else down just as it was in the previous step. So the question marks turn to 15, right? The 15 didn't change, it just drops down. We're still on multiplication and division. So starting from the left, moving to the right, we see the divide sign. So we need to do negative 72 divided by 3, giving us our answer of 24. Oh, if you notice, everything went away for me because I deleted the equation. Oops. So a way around that is you just click on it and make sure you are in that box. So negative 24. Okay. So now our last step is addition subtraction, and this one is a subtraction problem. So 15 minus 24, remember it's going to be a negative because 24 is our larger absolute value, meaning our answer is going to be negative 9.